Hey loves, for those of you who are waiting with us, we're getting ready to do Remembrance design, and we're going to use an inspiration design that a client sent to me, and we're going to use that as a basis. We're not going to necessarily copy it, but we will use it for inspiration of the elements that she wants to see in this design. So you'll get a chance to see how we modify templates, how we combine template designs that already exist. So I'm going to go ahead and while we're waiting, pull up the different templates that we're going to combine for this one to make a new template. And you all, please let me know if you have any issues with the connection or sound tends to do something crazy, anything like that. Just let me know in the comments, please. And if there's a little bit of lag time between when I ask questions and when you're able to respond, I'm paying attention to the live chat simultaneously, so I should be able to answer questions and help you all out while we're doing the session as well. All right, I'm going to go ahead and bring up our inspiration image, and it will be this one. This is a really nice design. I like it. I think we'll be able to do our version of it based on the keep it simple sublimator technique. So what I'm probably going to do is just do this one from scratch, and then we're going to make this one a kiss template. I know that you all are loving the keep it simple sublimator template, so let's do that. That way we don't end up with it being too complicated, but we can bring elements in from our different templates that already exist. So let's do this. I think I'm gonna not use, this template has the wings, so I'm definitely gonna pull in my wings from this one. I'm gonna start with this fresh brand new. So let's do one of my templates, the blank template that you can download for free. I'm gonna build off of that one. So let me pull it up just as you would see it if you were to download this on the website. And this is free on the website. It gives you this background, but you can take the background image out. This is all for placement purposes, so you kind of get an idea of how you can design these all overs. But I'm going to take everything out except for this hot pink background layer, and then I'm keeping on my locked layers here. And what I'll do is I'll bring this image over for reference. And quite naturally, you can do the same thing, but I'm just going to end up pretty much building this one out right in front of you. And then if y'all have input or questions, I'm definitely here to take those questions and comments. Now, I'm not going to copy everything exactly because I don't really believe in doing that to a degree. I feel like even if you're using something as inspiration, you got to put your own flair into it. So let's go ahead and pull in our wings from our previous template. I'm going to close that out. And we should have, in this template, we should have several sets of wings. So we have 6 sets of wings. And I'm going to bring all, well, no, I'm not, because I said this is going to be a keep it simple template. So we're going to figure out which wings we want, which the downward wings looks good, but we shall see based on the photos that we're going to bring in. So let's see which wings we're going to work with. I'm going to turn off the photo layer so that we can see the different wings, and Let's see. Sita, if you're here, can you comment for me, please, so I know you're here? And you should be able to do that through not the comments below the video, but in the live chat. And see if you can send me a message in the live chat. If you're unable to do that, then let me know on Facebook and I have another solution for you. Okay, so we have wings. We're gonna get our clouds, and we'll use our cloud brush. And there we go. Hey, Sita, can you hear me? Okay, love.
Hey.
I'm so sorry about the connection. Are we still? Okay. I think we're good. And you can hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's on the. Hold on, your phone is connected to the live. I hear our conversation on the live.
Oh, you have to turn the volume off on the live.
Yeah, I can hear you. It's on the. Hold on. Connected to the live. Okay, so I turned my computer down. What did you say? I'm
so
sorry.
you turn the volume off on the computer. You shouldn't need the volume on the computer at all. You hear the volume from me through the phone. Is everything sounding okay now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. How are you doing today, love?
I'm good. And then I also realized I was on my computer and on my browser on my phone, but when I do it on the app, it let me type in the chat. So I can type in the chat now.
Oh, okay, awesome. So, especially if I need something spelled out, like names and all of that, if you want to put that on there, then I need it typed out so I can copy and paste it, make sure I'm not misspelling anything. So that is
Okay.
perfect. So now we're able to look at. Yep, I can see you. I'm here. All right.
Okay.
Okay, love.
Perfect.
That's good to
Okay.
go.
Thank
So
you.
yeah, absolutely. So we're using this image as inspiration. We're going to go ahead and build on it. And as a matter of fact, we're pretty much going to create it from scratch. So we're going to go ahead and get into this. I'm pulling out templates that I already have and pulling elements from it. So the first thing I want you
Okay.
to help me do is pick out which set of wings you want to do. So I have,
Okay.
if you can see, option number 1 is up right now. If you see a purple shirt, let me know if you see it.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so that's option number 1, 2, this is 3,
Okay.
4, and 4 is like if we're dealing with a sideways image. 5 is if we have a sideways image, and then 6 is another front on. So you can let me know
Okay.
which wings you kind of like better.
Okay. Hold on, because you're only on number 5, but it's a lag in the computer.
Oh, I see you. So yeah, that's number 6 then.
Okay, so there's number 6. Okay.
Hmm.
I think number 1. I like number 1.
Okay, so that's number 1. Is that the one you were talking about? It's gonna catch up in just a second.
Okay. Okay, so yes, it's back to number 1 now.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to use that one. We'll pull that in, not 2, we're going to do 1. We'll pull that in and make that part of our template.
Okay.
So we have what wings we're going to use, and then what it appears is that there's a road, and then there's the clouds. So do you want to still go with this kind of road appearance here?
You don't have to. You can do whatever you want. That's just an example that I guess the girl found off a line or something and
Okay.
sent it to me.
Okay, so let's say if we did want to do that, let me see if I can find some stock image for.
Did I need to resend you the pictures again?
You can email them to me. As a matter of fact, I'll text message you the email.
Okay. I need to resend you the pictures. You can email them to
You know what?
me.
Can you turn can you mute the computer? Because I still hear the computer sound coming through.
Oh, okay.
And
Let me.
I think I have mine
Oh,
muted for sure.
okay. It's muted now. I had just turned it down, but I muted it now.
Okay, cool. Let me send you the email. If you email me the images, usually it's better than when you send them over Facebook because Facebook makes your images lower quality just by nature.
Okay.
All right, so I am sending that over to you, the email. And while you're doing that, I'm going to be prepping the file. So take your time with that. I'm looking for an image that's going to be large scale. And then I'm also going to search to make sure that it is free to use or share. And here we go. So I see something with like the cracks in the pavement and stuff, kind of how the previous image was.
Okay.
And I can use this one and take off the yellow lines because I don't want, but I guess it's going to have yellow lines regardless if we do that from that angle anyhow.
Okay. I just sent this email.
Okay, got you. All right, so let's go ahead and pull this image in and see how we can use it. But we don't have to put the road like right there in the center. We can kind of make it however we want it to go. And for this
Okay.
case, I'm probably going to take the yellow out of here. So we'll make this
Okay.
all black and white. So we'll go to layer, new adjustment layer, and let's do black and white. And
Okay.
Sia, how I know we did a project a little while back, but how often are you using Photoshop?
I'm using it on the regular now. However, I am in a crafting group that did a slight beginner's class
Mm-hmm.
of Photoshop, so I know how to use just like the very basics.
Okay, okay.
Like
Well,
the very basics.
that's cool. We're doing a class tomorrow. It's gonna be probably the only time that I'll do a $20 class, but it's for that very purpose. For those who want to know how to edit these templates and need the basic Photoshop skills. So
Okay.
what I'm doing right now, I'm walking you through what I'm going through, but this is a little more complicated because I'm building it from scratch. But I just
Okay.
wanted to let you know that that option was out there too. It'll be 8 o'clock tomorrow if you can join us, and if not, we do this on the regular, so we're posting videos
Okay.
all the time. Um,
Okay. Perfect. Now, would you do it on the live on the YouTube also tomorrow?
tomorrow's one is going to be on Zoom, and because it's a paid class, we're only going to make it's going to be a private video that only the people who attend the session will get that. But I do
Okay.
lives almost every single day, and almost every single day we're
Oh,
doing
okay.
something.
Good to
Yeah, we
know.
do free lives all the time.
Okay.
And most
Perfect.
times I'm doing template edits. So it kind of shows you how we're editing the templates and what process we're going through so that it helps you even if you can't do a one-on-one or a group class. So I try to make sure I cover everybody.
Okay, perfect. So hopefully after we get this done, hopefully I can press it correctly
It's
because I
and
do only have a 15 by 15 press machine.
well, there is a matter of fact, when I finish this, I'm going to close out of the video and then I'll do a separate video showing you how to break it down to 15 by 15 size sheets. Well, no, you're still
Okay.
going to do 13 by 19 sheets, right? Or are you just going to press it in the 15 by 15
Yeah, I
sections?
can,
Okay.
I can press 13 by 19, but my press machine is only the 15 by 15.
Okay, I got you. So you have to be real careful about, how you overlap and that sort of thing. Um,
Okay.
but what size shirt are you making?
It's a small women's shirt.
Oh, well, you're going to be fine with that 15 by 15. If you were doing like a 3X or something, I was going to say it's going to be pushing it a little bit to get your overlaps, but you'll do
Okay.
just fine with that. Okay, I'm
Okay,
just
perfect.
fading this off a little bit here. And let's see, for our sky, I think we got our wings from here. I might do, and I'm going to do fresh, I'll do new clouds. So we'll close out of this one. And I might need my text from here. So I'm going to grab some text just in case we need that. And this is, I'm actually building a template from other templates. So people ask me all the time if they can combine stuff. And this is kind of a way of showing how we can combine different templates and different elements to get the same
Okay.
results. So I am going to create a clipping mask here, create a clipping mask there. So that road is the one that stays black and white. I'll close out of this one. And our original Remembrance shirt. I'll grab that one. And let me check on this email on the photos too, see if the photos came through.
Okay.
Is there like any particular photo that you want to make sure is focal? Because right now I see like 3 images. That's going to be good, but if we do more than that, it's going to look real um, kind of cluttered a little bit. So especially the ones that have multiple
Um,
people in them. So do the other people want to be on the shirt that's with him?
well, those are the pictures that the girl sent me just to give me a variety. But the
Right.
one with him by himself on the mic, that's him. So I think that can be more so of like the focal point.
Right. Okay. And so I got you on that one. And that one, I actually might end up doing the side wings for that one because he's kind of standing to the side a little bit. So
Okay.
we'll pull it in and see if he fit because anybody can fit in these wings. Um,
Okay.
and we'll see how that works. And then we need some accent pictures, and then we can put a couple of accent pictures to the top, like the inspiration design. I just wasn't sure, because
Okay.
some people don't want the person that's not passed away to be on the shirt. They rather it just
Right.
be that person, and if that's the case, then I don't mind cutting out the other people, but it would look a little odd on some of the cases. So can you see if she would prefer to be left in the pictures? Because it looks like maybe his significant other or something. She may want to be on there. So can you find that out for
Okay.
me? And
Okay.
we can pull it in as is for right now. And then if she says, "Oh no, take me off because I don't want to be on. I want it to be just him," then we can do that. Okay.
Okay. Perfect.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring in this background. And I'm struggling right now with I want to be extra. I'm always doing something extra.
No, it's okay.
All right, so let's grab background, pull it in. There we go. All right, what else are we bringing in? We have, I think we need anything else from this template. All right, so let's see what we're doing so far. And eventually I'm just gonna pull the other image out because we'll get to where we want. So she probably likes how the words look like they're kind of blinging words.
Uh-huh.
So let's see how we can accomplish that. I know of a template with some bling in it. Hey Mal, how's it going? That's Mal logged in. It's one of the students. It says his favorite
Okay.
teacher. Well, I appreciate that. All right, so this is, I have a little bling here. Let's pull that bling in and then we'll change the font. That's what we'll do. Got it? Yep. So I'm showing also how you can mix and match these things. So now we get our bling in here. Bring it up top. And let's make it larger. and we'll give it more of a bold font.
Okay.
All right. So, also, Sita, what name are we going to put his name on here? Or are we going to put certain words on there? Or what do you want to put on there?
It can. His name is V, and then Love, LUV.
Okay. Do you mind typing that for me so I can copy and paste it?
Sure.
All right. And then I'll start typing the long live. Do you want long live on there?
Yes.
Okay. So long live, and we'll find us a nice kind of simple serif font for that. Let's do all caps, and oh, that was faux bold. I want to do all caps. That's the two tall T's side by side, and let's space this out a little bit.
Okay.
So we're going to choose 200 as our spacing, and I think I'm going to use maybe Times New Roman. There we go. And let me turn on my mouse tracker here. And I see a D love spelled with a UV. Perfect. Okay. Copying the name now, and then I'm going to paste it here. But if she doesn't like this font, this is a new font I'm just playing with. If she doesn't like the
Okay.
font and wants a different font, we'll offer her a variation for that. I like to try to spice it up and do a little something different, but sometimes different is not always better. So trust me, they'll let you know.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna turn off the name here. And I don't know if she may want to put a message on there. Right now it says fly high my angel, but if she wants a message on there, we can put it on there. We can turn it off as well.
Okay.
But we already had a long live on there. Look at that. We'll do a different one. Let's copy the layer style from that one, and then we'll paste it on our new long live. Paste the layer style, and that way that stands out a little bit more. Did she tell you what colors she would like purples, reds, blues?
She said she didn't really care. She just wanted like that type of shirt, like the all over shirt, instead of just like how people usually do, just the
The 13
shirt
by
and the
19?
piece in the middle. Yeah,
Right.
she said it doesn't really matter. She just wanted it to be all over.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to turn off the text, anything except for the long live in the name. And then I saw some text on the top of it. Let's see, that says, it has like in love and memory of, and then his full name. So if she wants to add those details, let me know. But if she's
Okay.
happy with it as is, how we're presenting it, then that's great too.
Okay.
And just in the future, if you need to, if you have to have the client log in and proof it live too, you can do that, and you can tell me that ahead of time, and I'll treat it as if I'm your graphic designer and I'm helping you out. So then,
Okay.
that way they understand it's a graphic designer working with you, and I'm not a threat to your business because they're still going to come to you to get their shirts done.
Okay. Perfect.
All right, so long live. I guess I'm going to go with the blue theme since it was already kind of blue. And
Okay.
so inside of the text, I'll do the color overlay. Right now it's purple, and I'm going to just stick with the blue. So I just picked the blue from the background sky color. And for the name, I think I need to duplicate this layer and do a color overlay of just black. There we go. That way everything stands out.
Okay.
All right. So name, these two, we're going to link them so they move together. So we're going to hit that little chain right there.
Okay.
And we'll bring our long live down. Does she want dates on there or no?
Um, no, because she only knows the year. She
I
doesn't
got you.
know like his exact birth date.
Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's turn that off, and then that way it just be like a general commemorative, just his name, and then the date will still be on here. If you ever need to update that or change that, it's on here. I'm just gonna hide it so it's not visible.
Okay.
All right, and she had doves in it, so I'm sure she'll like the doves. So we'll keep the doves, and we'll probably rearrange them once we get everything in place.
Okay.
And let's go ahead and see how our image looks. We're going to do remove. Have you ever used remove BG before?
No.
Okay, so cool. That's going to be a good tool for you to remove the background of your images. I'm going to go
Okay.
ahead and log
I just know
in.
how to do. I only know how to do the magic eraser.
Okay, so this is a similar one, but this it kind of magically erases for you. And then if
Okay.
there's something funky going on, you can if you do this on your tablet, it's easier because you have a stylus. You can bring back the
Okay.
background or adjust what it takes away. But hopefully it'll do some magic for us and it won't show out because I have company. Let's see.
Okay.
We're gonna drag that photo in where you said he was on the microphone and see if it pulls that background out.
Okay.
Did you see it do it just now?
It's a lag. It just shows the upload image. Now it's
Okay.
on your desktop screen, and now it just says upload image. Okay, it's showing you dragging it over. Oh, yep, it did it. There you go. Okay, so I guess that's a lot easier than doing it through Photoshop with the magic eraser then.
Right, and you still need that. Trust me. I sometimes like see how it took out the microphone cord. If I really want the
Uh-huh.
microphone cord back, and I may very well, or technically this could be a wireless mic, so I don't need the microphone cord. But sometimes it'll erase
Okay.
like a piece of somebody's face or their ear or something, and you'll have to bring it back. So it doesn't do perfect, but this definitely saves some time. Like the lag took longer than this cutting the picture out. So I'm going to
Okay.
download this, and then it has credits. So I use my credits for you all whenever I'm doing the live video edits because I can get the higher resolution images. And that
Okay.
does cost, it's like $9 a month, and you don't have to do the high resolution images. But if you start doing a lot of all over shirts, you're probably going to want to. Um,
Okay.
So I'm going to show you how we can use the wings as is right here. But you see how he's kind of turned to the side? So I'm going to leave those wings on there, and then I'm going to grab one of those sideways wings and see if that might work a little bit better. And then you tell me what
Okay.
you like better. And let's see here. I think it was one of the later wing styles. Let's see. Turn that layer off so we can see. 1, 2. Oh, duh, I named them. This is quarter turn. So I like quarter turn and I like side. So
Okay.
we'll bring both of those over and then I'll let you see which one looks better with the photo.
Okay.
And I'm just literally dragging it. Well, let me close out of this one now. Dragging it onto my new Photoshop layer. And those are the side wings and then our quarter turn wings. So we're going to see which one. We'll
Okay.
bring both of those underneath the photo. Okay. So I think the side wings are going to work better. Let me go ahead and Control T to transform it. I'm going to right click and flip this horizontal. And then that way. Kind of looks like it fits a little bit more toward towards the angle that he's standing at. And you let me know what you
Okay.
feel.
Okay.
And it should be showing up any second now.
Okay. Yeah. So that does make more sense.
Like looks a little bit better. Okay.
Yes.
So I'm going to go ahead and merge that group so we can see it. So those are wing number 5 and I'll keep the other wings on here just in case. Since you're getting the template, you'll have the front on wings because we're almost used to using the front facing images all the time. So I'm going to
Okay.
put that. So you'll have it on there as an option in the future. Let's put that. Uh-oh. Forgot to turn it on before I merged it. All right, so we're also going to bring in a couple of other images. Now the other images are a little bit dark.
Okay.
So it may be real difficult to cut them out. So maybe we won't cut them out. Maybe we'll do like a fade off for those. Let's see.
Okay.
There's one image. I'm just pulling it right from the folder onto our artboard. I'm just dropping it on here. So see how dark this one is? Let's see.
Okay.
We'll see if the photo, I'm going to show you how I believe it's not going to do it well, but I'll show you both ways. I'm going to show you how Remove BG will cut it out and probably disappoint us. It's even saying it can't do it because it can't identify the foreground from the background.
Okay.
So what I typically do in those cases is I just fade off the edges of the photo. So what I'm going to do on the image, I'm going to create a new layer mask. It's going to be a white mask, and I'm going to paint with the black paintbrush.
Okay.
And just kind of paint away that background. And then as I get a little bit closer, I'll fade it off a little bit better, a little bit more.
Okay.
And when you do it like this too, it kind of makes it look like it's melting into the clouds there.
Okay.
And I'm sure that the image is eventually going to catch up with my voice, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Do you see how it's fading off for you?
Yes.
Okay, so that's how we'll do it. That way we don't get stuck with trying to cut out exactly, and we can't tell like where the hair is from the background. It'll be a little too
Okay.
difficult. So this is kind of my way of still adding those additional photos and making them look nice, and not just putting squares of photos all over the place. I still like it, even
Okay.
if I have to fade it off. I still want it to look nice and natural.
Okay.
All right, so taking that out. All right, and I'm probably going to reduce the size of this photo down a little bit because you said it's going on a lady small. And right now, if you notice, the smallest outline of the shirt is for a men's small. So we're gonna kind of
Okay.
imagine that if this was a lady small, it's going to be a little bit smaller than that. And I want to make sure that we
Right.
don't cut off the face or have the face kind of in certain places like the armpits or on the collar where it gets cut off. So we just want to be a little
Okay.
more aware of that. And I see this hard line over here. I'm going to fade it off a little bit. And this one I'm going to have to bring her face back a little bit. So I'm going to use white instead of black on the layer mask and reduce the size of my brush and just paint back where her face is so I can bring that back.
Okay.
All right, so that looks better. Okay, so we have our 3 photos. We have the main image. I'm going to reduce it just a little bit so that mic isn't over her face.
Okay.
But this will still be our main focal image. And then we'll reduce the size of the wings a little bit so they all fit on that small shirt. And if one of the wings clips off a little bit, that's perfectly fine. The main thing is we want to
Okay.
make sure none of our words or our faces get clipped off. And
Okay.
let's see. What else are we missing here? I have, if that's okay with her for photos, if she really wants to put the other photos, we can. But eventually, like, you won't see the sky or the other design elements because it'll have photos covering everything up. But if she's good with
Okay.
that, then just let me know. And then we're going to fade off the bottom of the main image because it kind of cuts off abruptly. Well, actually, it doesn't. It's actually cut out pretty well.
Okay.
So that does work as long as we fade off the sky here. So let's take our sky background, add a layer mask, and instead of just fading it off arbitrarily, I'm going to grab my paintbrush and I'm going to grab a cloud brush from the brush
Okay.
pack. And let me make sure I have black selected because black is going to conceal while white reveals. And right now what it's revealing is that magenta layer that's behind it. so that won't show up. But what it's helping me do is it's helping me to see where the cloud is going to kind of cut off and where the road starts.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
what we'll do is in front of the photos, we'll add a layer and we're going to paint some clouds in here. So if you notice the image that you sent me, bring it back to the top. It kind of has clouds going in front of a couple of the images there. So we're
Okay.
gonna, and going around the main image. So we're gonna create that effect. So for the main
Okay.
image, we're gonna go on top of it, create a new layer, and not a layer mask, a new layer. And we're gonna paint some clouds. We're gonna make sure that white is selected as our paint color.
Okay.
And then we're just gonna stamp some clouds kind of around them. You see what it's, well, it'll take a little second to catch up. But you'll
Okay.
see exactly what I'm saying here. All right. So we have our little clouds now that kind of make it look like it's popping out a little bit. So that's
Okay.
good. I think we're good on that. I'm going to make the background color now. Instead of this magenta color, I'm going to make it be this, one of these blues here.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, let's do a layer. Let's do a new fill layer and let's do a solid color. Let's choose that dark blue. There we go. Starting to come together. Okay, what else do we need to do? I think that's it. If you want the crown on there, I do have, let me see, I have a crown on something.
Can we fix his name, the D Love?
You want to switch the font?
Or no, like when you added the cloud, it's kind of like cuts out his name a
Oh,
little bit.
yes. As a matter of fact, let me see what it's doing there. It has some type of interaction with the other layers. It's on normal. Let me double click on these effects here and see what's going on. I'm going to go to the blending options. Color overlay is on normal. Oh, that's what it was. Okay, so it's got this, the channel RGB was on. Okay, so now that should work. I'm going to cancel and redo this. Blending options. Knockout. None. It should not be doing this. Let me figure out why it's doing that in a little bit. It's probably one of these effects that I'm not looking at quite right now. Oh, that's what it is, the underlying layer. I have to crank that all the way up. Okay, now that makes sense. Let's see. I'll do the same thing to the bling layer. Take that off,
Okay.
and the underlying layer, that's what it is, that little white section.
Okay.
Woo, that was about to drive me bananas. All right. Okay. Confidence was a little shaking right there. I'm like, what is. All right, we got it. We got it. All right, so let's see. What other elements do we want to put? That crown and some flares. Those are what I call little flares there. Those are little blings. So if we get those flares
Okay.
on there and your crown, I think we'll be almost done.
Okay. Perfect.
All right, so let me see. Where is this crown? Excuse me, dear. I'm gonna do search my files. Now, searching through my files is like basically going through Google. So let me search real quick.
Okay.
So let's do crown.
Do you find that Photoshop slows your computer down?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. I
As a
thought it was
matter of
just
fact,
me. I actually went and bought a new computer because of
mm-hmm,
it, and it's on
mm-hmm.
the same thing as my new computer, but not as much. So I took all of my files off of my old computer and didn't download them to my new computer. I just downloaded them on a USB, so
Mm-hmm.
that way it won't be so much. But I
Right,
realized
and
it's still just a tad slow, so I was just like, okay, maybe it's Photoshop.
right, and it is. It's a very intense It's a powerful program, but it's very intense. So what I tell people is that I would have something like I use Google Drive, and Google Drive backs up all of my big files. And what it does
Uh-huh.
is it has an app where you can still look at them on your computer, but it's not physically on your computer until you open the file. So once you open it, it'll temporarily put that file on your computer, and then when you're done and you save it and you're not messing with it anymore, it goes back to the cloud. That's what I have to do because these files are huge, and just Photoshop in
Right.
general is a heavy program. So if you can free
Okay.
up the space on your computer, that's your best bet. So
Okay.
that or external hard drive, like one of those at least 1 terabyte external hard drive would do you some good too.
Uh-huh. Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me see. Mm, sort by not by relevance date. I'm trying to refrain from remaking this crown design, but I just may have to do it.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so I have this crown. Let's make it smaller. We'll rotate it a little bit, put it over the text there.
Okay.
And then because the text is kind of going inside of the crown, I'm going to kind of mask off the inside of the crown and the other side. That way it
Okay.
appears almost like it's over the letter. Layer, we're gonna do, what is it? Layer mask, and we're going to hide the selection, and there it goes. All right. Control T allows us to transform that a little bit. And now our crown looks like it's on our letter.
Okay.
All right. Let's bring our long live. Let's bring it up a little bit. And the crown, I think for the crown, we'll make it blue as well. So it kind of goes with the color scheme. So let's click on the crown, do a layer, new adjustment layer. We're going to do true saturation.
Okay.
And anywhere that we see red, we're going to shift the color.
Okay.
So shift it to blue, make it a little bit lighter blue so it matches the sky. And that should be good there. We might take these magentas and pull that down so it won't look so pink. I think that blue looks about right there. Let's zoom out a little bit, see what we're working with. And I see I need to clean up these fades a little bit, so I'm going to work on that. And you let me know if there's anything else that you want to add to or see changes for. Maybe I'll bring the doves up.
Are you gonna move are you talking about the dove that's on the bottom left, almost close to the love?
Yeah, well, I brought them up in the layers because it looks like they were hiding behind the clouds. So
Okay.
yeah, now we're
Because
gonna
okay. Because the one on the left next to long, almost like it's fading into the cloud.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there you go.
And the reason why I'm bringing these in and making them smaller is because if you're doing like a lady smaller shirt, this little box is pretty much what we're working with, and I don't want the doves to get cut off because they won't be seen on her shirt. So I'm just bringing them in a little bit so I know that it won't cut that off. And what I'm doing now, I'm giving you a little variation. You can tell me which one you like better, whether you like the standard kind of serif font, or if you like this kind of script font. And of course, you know, you're doing this for a young lady, so it might that might kind of dictate which way you like better too.
Okay.
So this one is more of a script, and I still have the other one saved too. And I'm going to turn one off and turn the other on, and you let me know which one you like better.
Okay.
And let me know whenever you see the script one.
Okay, I see it.
Okay, so that's script. I'll turn it off and turn
Okay.
on the standard font, and you let me know which one you like better.
Okay. I think I like the non-scripted one better because it's a little bolder.
Got you. Okay, I got you on that. So that one is on there and save. And you have the option of the script on there too, so you can always, toggle it, see which one you like better. But other than that, is there anything else that you want to see changed or think that's missing?
Um, is there a different way that we can do the D-Love? I'm not
Yeah,
sure I really
yeah,
like
yeah,
that too.
absolutely. Um,
Okay.
Now, in terms of, well, I'll tell you what, I'll just show you and then you let me know, kind of like the doctor, when you're getting your eyeglasses done, they say one or two. You just let
Right.
me know which way you like better. And then
Okay.
also, you have a layer on here that messes with the color and stuff. So just to let you know, that's on there. If you ever need to change the colors of the clouds, that's going to be on there.
Okay.
And so we're going to keep this one with the blue because that's how she presented it to you, but you'll have that option. So let's see. So
Okay.
for the name, where am I? Name here. Let me go to my pattern and let's make this bigger. So it kind of looks more like the original one with the bigger stones. And we'll
Okay.
change his fonts. Let's change the font to something that still is bold enough for you to see.
Right.
Let's turn off the other one. And the one that I use a lot, you'd have to download it though. So if you were gonna, and I think it's a paid font. I use that Nike style font. It's called Futura Shop X Bold Condensed, and
Okay.
that is a really desired font because people want that kind of just did it look. Let me see.
Okay.
If I choose that one, you let me know what you feel about it. And then I can make it all caps too, so that it really stands out.
Okay.
And how do you feel about this font? It's a lot bigger, much more
Okay.
visible.
Yeah, that one's a lot better.
Okay, cool, cool, cool.
Now then, since we'll use that one, can we just make the long list just slightly bigger?
Absolutely. Let me tilt this crown a little bit to get it fitting on this font now. There we go. All right, so we can make long lived and we can make it taller too. We can control T, we can stretch it out. We can make it taller, we can
Okay.
make it wider.
Okay.
And then I can always move that dove too. So all of those options. Smooth that dove out of the way a little bit. And I'm thinking, I think this line in the middle of the road is bothering me. You tell me what you think. I might just
Okay. And we
unroll.
can change it. That's fine.
Okay, all right. 'Cause, yeah, I get irked by little things too. I'm like, let me see. I like the cracks in the road though, but I don't like to see that line in it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna bring this one in. And let's drag it down to the bottom layer. Okay, I like that a little bit better because I still get the fact that it's asphalt, but it's just not
Okay.
throwing me off with that line in the middle. And I'm going to turn it off and turn it back on, and you can let me know how you feel about it because it just might be me
Okay.
tripping, and I can admit when I'm tripping. All right, all right. So that's it with the. Let me turn on black and white. Okay, so that is going to be clipped, create clipping mask. So that's going to be clipped to this layer. So I'm turning off the asphalt without the line, and I'm turning on the asphalt with the line. And you let me know which one you like better.
Okay. And I like it darker like that too.
Okay. So let me turn this one off and that one back on. Yeah, it has a levels on there where the levels you can mess with the shadows, the midtones, and the highlights.
Okay.
So depending on what if you're working on a light color design, you might want it to look kind of pastel. If you're working on something that looks like really grounded at the bottom, the darker it is, it kind of looks really grounded to me.
Okay.
All right, and then I'm gonna clean up this photo up top just a little bit because I still see that hard line a little.
Okay.
And instead of using the brush, I'm using the cloud. Instead of using the soft round brush, I'm using the cloud brush to kind of thick
Okay.
away so it looks like the clouds are kind of surrounding them there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I think we're at a good place now where we can kind of step back and proof this. And let me do
Okay.
one more. So this long live. Now I just changed the long live. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna keep my change on, and then I'm gonna take it off. And you let me know if you like it better with the solid white outline, or I just added like a gradient dark black to it, so it kind of grounds the bottom of it like the concrete. Let me
Okay.
know when you see my change.
Okay, so I see the change with the black.
Okay. And I'm going to undo it. And you let me know. It's a little less visible, but it gives it a little more interest. So you let me know if you want it the plain white or how it fades from the black up.
Okay. I think with the black.
All right. Gotcha. All right. I try to make that long live a little bit bigger, but that crown is kind of cutting it off. So I
Okay, fine.
can't get any bigger than that, but I think it looks good.
Okay.
Now I'm going to turn off the layers that has the guides on there so we can really see the image now.
Okay.
And keep in mind yours is a smaller shirt, so pretty much everything that's on here right now would be very close to the shirt. It won't be like, a huge shirt with this little image in it.
Right. Okay.
And let me know what you think. If anything needs to pop out a little bit more.
Okay. Um, I actually like it like that.
Okay, good. I was just kind of punching up the drop shadow a little bit so it popped off the background a little more since it's kind of light on
Okay.
light. And I think we have it.
Okay.
And if there's anything else that you need to change, just let me know. But for the most part, this is an editable file with all the layers. And I'm going to clean it up a little bit. Oh, I got to put the wings back. I almost forgot the wings. See, you almost
Oh
let me
yeah.
forget
I didn't even realize either. Okay.
my wings. Okay, so that works. And let's make sure we're not forgetting. I'm going to keep the other wings on there for you. Let's see.
Okay.
Everything I'm going to bring down below. And then we have our text. So let me group all of that. I'm going to call this is our complete foreground here. Well, they're trying to get me when it's your time. All right. So let's see. We got text. Okay, so this is all going to be background. And I'll leave the other road in there in case some people like the other road better. That's fine. It's in there. It's in there. So we'll call this the
Okay.
background. So you won't be confused. You'll know, okay, that's my background. We didn't even use that text there. This is our foreground. And we'll take out anything that we're not using.
Okay.
That way it'll be a nice clean file. By the time you get it, you won't be confused. This will be,
Okay.
we'll call these accent clouds. And we'll go ahead and rasterize these images, apply the layer mask. Right click, apply the layer mask. And then you still have this other set of wings. If you ever need the front facing wings, they're in there.
Okay.
All right. And while you're here, if you ever need to change the color, like let's say she asked you to change it from blue to something else, just turn on this gradient layer here and
Okay.
this layer right below it and see how it just automatically changed the colors of the clouds there. And you just double click on
Okay.
that gradient and make it whatever colors you want. So right now it's kind of like hot summery type of color, you can change it and make it anything you want by clicking on these color swatches here. And let's say you want it to go teal like his hat, teal and green. So we'll go teal, then we'll go green, then we'll go teal again, and we can go green. So you can kind of make it match what he has on or anything like that. But that's an option too.
Okay. Okay.
And of course, you have the background color. I'm going to make this background color. I think I'm going to make it black so that no matter what color you change the clouds, it'll always be neutral back there. I think that
Okay.
works. So if we change the colors of clouds, right, so that blue doesn't just peek through when it wants to. Cool beans.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay. All right, love. Well, if there's nothing else that you want to see or have changed with this one, I can go ahead and send this one over to you in the editable format. And then if you have anything that you need to add, you can let me know. Okay.
Okay. Perfect. And then, would you be able to walk me through how to print it on a 13 by 19?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, let me do this. Let's go ahead and because I'll have to do that on a separate video just so that if it helps people with that, it'll be a separate one. So give me like 5 minutes, take a little bathroom break, and then I'll come back and we'll record that video. Is that okay?
Okay.
And then I'll show you how to actually break it down. You'll need another program. You'll need Adobe Reader, but it's a free program. So I'll show you where to get that program, how to download it, and how to break this image up and print it in Photoshop.
Okay.
So,
Perfect.
and
Thank
that
you.
one you don't. Jesse, thanks. I appreciate it. I'm getting ready to log off, take a little mini break. So you don't have to join the live if you want to. I definitely encourage you to. I'm going to show her how to break this down. So if you have questions about this, definitely join the live so that you can, excuse me, you can comment and ask questions. That's how the lives make the tutorials better because I get your real live questions. I'm going to show you how to break this down and how to print it from Photoshop. Now, I already have a video showing you how to tile it together and press it. I don't think I'll ever make that video again. But as far as showing you how to print it, I can make that video more concise and a lot more helpful for you. So join me back in about 5 minutos. And until then, love you all for real and bye.